Hey guys, let's wait for a few more minutes and then we'll start this. And did you guys, by the way, can you guys hear me? Is everything okay, audio-wise?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Did you guys get a chance to install the PostgresSQL? If not, then maybe you can install it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're going to run some database queries and we're going to practice some DB statements and all those things. Let's wait for 5 more minutes. I'm going to message a couple of more people to join here. All right, guys, let's get started. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let me know when you see it. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we are able to.
All right. Okay, so if you haven't installed PostgresSQL, I would say install it. So let me close this section. So just search for PostgresSQL download. So in the previous session, in the very first session, we saw that there are different type of databases. There is MySQL, Postgres, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, a bunch of databases. Okay, there's a Mongo database and DynamoDB and different type of databases. But MySQL is open source; it's a free software. PostgresSQL is also open source; it's free and all that. Compared to MySQL, PostgresSQL has little more features. Which is why I said I went with PostgreSQL, but you can install any other database like MySQL or anything like that. But let's go with PostgreSQL for now. Okay. All right. So just search for PostgreSQL downloads, and you can download whatever the appropriate operating system is. If you're on a Mac, you can install that. If you're on Windows, install this. Okay. All right. So I'm assuming that you already installed this. As part of the installation, it will ask you to create a user, and you should remember that username, password, and all those things. Okay. And then if you search for pgadmin, there should be a program called as pgadmin 4 or whatever the version happens to be. Okay. Search for pgadmin and launch that. You should see something like this. This is an interactive tool that you can interact with the database. Let me know if you guys see it or if you have any issues installing and those things. So this is absolutely required because any interaction with the database, we're going to run a query here and we're going to see the results and all that. Okay. Okay. All right. As part of the links that I sent you, I already also wanted you guys to install Git Bash. So I'm not sure if you guys installed Git Bash, but you can open up Git Bash. That will launch something like this. Okay, there's a command line that launches it. Using the Git Bash, I sent you a Git link, which is a Pagula database. Okay, so okay. All right, so yeah, so go to this link, the GitHub link that I gave you. And in the corner, you're going to see something like this code and all that. Okay. So I want you to copy this path. Okay. Copy that. Go to your Git Bash and do git clone. And then paste whatever you copied. Okay. So that should clone, or in the sense, it should get all the files to your local directory. Okay. I already copied this, but just to show you guys, I'm gonna do this. So it already exists for me, but let me go to a different directory.
Can you show once again which link did you copy?
In the links that I gave you, there is a GitHub link also as part of the message, WhatsApp message that I sent.
Yeah, so you mentioned git clone and you copied one link. So
yeah, that link is, if you go to this code, if you click on this code thing, you should see this link.
okay.
Okay, so that's the link that I copied. So if you click on these two rectangle or square boxes, that will copy the link.
Okay.
Okay. You also want to paste here. Yeah, so do git clone and paste that link here. To paste, you can do shift insert. Shift insert should paste it. Okay. You just hit enter and hold on. Sorry. Yeah, just do git clone, and that will get all the files from the GitHub to your local directory. Okay. So as you can see the message here, it's able to clone. That means you're getting all the files from the GitHub into local directory. So anytime, I mean, even if you're working in the industry or anywhere, they'll give you a GitHub link. They'll say, get the code from this repository and all that, okay? This GitHub is a public GitHub, but every company has its own local github.com and all that, okay? So they'll give you a link and they'll say, hey, copy the code from here or get the code from here, okay? So you would go to your git bash command line and you would do git clone and you would give the link there, and that will get all the code to your local directory, okay? So if I do ls here, ls is list all the files, okay? And it shows up this directory, which is pagila. So this is a sample database. We're going to install that database in PostgresSQL, okay? And there should be a bunch of files there, okay? So let me know once you guys are able to clone it. I'll move on to the next step.
I'm not able to clone it. It's opening up GitHub desktop for me.
Can you share your screen maybe? I'll stop sharing my screen.
Sure.
Let me make you a post.